The wise leadership and mobilization of Emperor Menelik play a pivotal role for the realization of Adwa victory. The speech taken from Prime Minister Abiy and historian Jonas Raymond substantiates such a claim. Modom Luye compiled the story.
17th August 1844 was born Menelik II, the great emperor of Ethiopia, from 1889 to 1913. It was under the reign of Emperor Menelik II that the process of territorial expansion and the creation of the modern empire state of Ethiopia was completed, and the major signposts of modernization were introduced into the country. One of the most outstanding historical records during the reign of Emperor Menelik II was Ethiopia's triumphant victory over Italian invading forces at the Battle of Adwa in 1896. Historians and scholars say the Ethio-Italian confrontation at the Battle of Adwa was like the David and Goliath story, the story in which the heavily armed giant warrior Goliath is hit and killed by David, armed only with a sling and stones. Because it was a fierce fight for freedom of Ethiopian traditional warriors, farmers and women against a well-armed and organized Italian army in which Ethiopia came up victorious by defeating a white colonial army for the first time in the world's political history. And one of the factors that made this victory become a reality was the successful and decisive leadership role of Emperor Menelik II.
አባቶቻችን በምን መነቃቀፍ በምን ደግሞ መደጋገፍ እንዳለባቸው እንዲሁ ያውቃሉ።
Our forefathers have taught us when to unite and when to separate. Leaders of the Battle of Adwa, the soldiers, farmers and the rest of the people played the backbone of roles in the victory of Adwa. They all came together for a national purpose, putting their differences aside.
አባቶቻችን በሀገርና በመንግስት መካከል ያለውን ልዩነት ጠንቅቀው ያውቃሉ።
Especially Emperor Menelik II and his wife Empress Daitu wisely coordinated and led the entire Ethiopian army. They also won external support through their successful leadership and diplomatic skills. That is what we their sons and daughters learn from the victory of Adwa.
ሀገርና መንግስትን መለየት ማለት እንዲህ ነው።
The American professor Raymond Jonas has written a book entitled The Battle of Adwa, African Victory in the Age of Empire. In his book, the writer mentions the wise leadership and mobilization of the emperor as a key factor enabling Ethiopia to do the seemingly unthinkable and impossible during the time.
So the Battle of Adwa took place in the Ethiopian highlands on the 1st of March, 1896. And it was a confrontation between an Italian army and an Ethiopian army that resulted in a triumphal victory for Ethiopia and disastrous defeat for Italy. The emperor, the Ethiopian emperor, a man named Menelik, he has to overcome some internal challenges. There are others who want to topple him just as he tried to topple his predecessor. But he's a brilliant strategist, and it's part of the story is just to see how he makes the most of the limited resources he has in order to bring down a formidable opponent.
Today, for Ethiopians, Adwa victory remains a common symbol of leadership wisdom, national unity and togetherness, even at testing times. It is celebrated annually on 23rd February as in the Ethiopian calendar. The government of Ethiopia has given the Adwa Victory Day a due attention in order to pass it on to the coming generations as a common ground of national interest and purpose. That's why a modern memorial museum is built at the center of the capital, Addis Ababa.